Okay, we're going to be on number Kaf Dalet, and that's where we're going to finish up now with Reb NOSSON. So here we go. So he says we just discussed Korach, Paraduma, different things. That's a great line. Chochma of women builds the house. Zu ishto shall own ben Pele, who talked him out of going along with Korach. She did even more than that. According to the Medrash over there, she made him drunk, and so that he couldn't go. So at any rate, v'yivelas b'yadecha teharsom, and a foolish woman, in her hand she destroys. She tears things down. So ishto shel Korach, that's Korach's wife, who urged him to get into the wrong things. So it's already been explained. Sheikur binya debayit sark lichiyos b'chochma. Now he means the bidus of chochma. Let's see. So he said the height of the schus al yedei habayis, to have the merit through the house that is constructed here. But kasher kol hitzonius or the penimius, that's the basic idea. As he said, this is a big part of his idea, is this the ability to be able to see that Hashem is really in the midst of all of the hitzonius too. So therefore that automatically brings it inside. So this is the general rule of the entire Torah, he says. So he said, because the base, because the Torah itself, so he wants to say the metaphor is the first letter of the Torah. First letter of Torah is base, which is also the word bayit. So that means a structure that houses the penimius. Shuhu rosh bayis kanal, which is the beginning of the building of the house. And so then, when a person has this house, this kosher house, and the person merits life, what is that? Because in that house, he wants to say it's penimius, is the chochma, which is the seichel, sheyesh b'kol davar. So, ashezecha b'pechinas mitzvahs mezuzah, which is the same idea, the mezuzah. Shehu ikur tikun abayis, which is the main thing, with shmirah, so shene'emer b'chol l'man yirbu yemechem, so it says because that's part of the what's inside of the mezuzah. Shezecha b'pechinas rei chaim ima isha, see life with the woman. Now this really follows along with the basic thought, I think, that really the woman, regardless of how it looks, is really the ikar. And it says the Chaim im ha'isha, ki machba shehi semucha the bechina chitzonis, because she's actually at the interface between being blind or being just looking at the chitzonis of things, and the penimius. Okay, in sham tzrichen the yizachon beyoset the rose of the hamshech chochma v'chaim the sham daika. So that means in your home, that's the most important place, is to bring chochma and chaim into that place. And this is what we learned at Chochmas Nashim Bonsa Besa. Chochmas Nashim Heim Daiku Boni Mabayas Al Mechono. So he said the Chochma, this is the way I understand it, that is delivered, and this is the job of the man actually, that delivers to his home, to his wife, to his home, and build it up during that way, through Torah in that way. Gesham Daikan Sarichan the Zalchan the Kasha Hitzonius of the Penimius, because she's right at the interface. And so therefore the Chochma means to be strong there in order to be able to see how it is that Hitzonius is really a manifestation of Penimius that could be drawn back in. Because that's where a person earns life. But so through this then, Iker binyan abayis shesham machnisa and the mekashrim kol hitzonius of the penimius. So that's what happens in the house. The house is itself the interface. He says this really goes along with this phrase. He says the noshim chochmos noshim bonsabayit. That kind of idea is that you have to pour chochma into this place. The mekashrim kol hitzonium el penimius. So therefore the rabbis came along and they darshan this. Darshans out. Mikra zecha the inim machluto. Yeah, that is a machluto shel korach. Is machloikis. He machloikis shel bekorach choyzecha begidecha beishto. Hoya hefech b'mash b'bechina b'bina debai. So his wife, she was spurring him on. She was telling him, you could do this too. Why aren't you doing it? He was way rich. So he said, the hot breed. So what she wanted to do starting separations. So he said, so that is the term of penimios. So he hapenimios mechitzonius canal. Okay, ne'emech avachal ishto shegarma calls the v'ivela beyadecha techer sano. He says that she had the foolishness that she has that destroys everything. So he wants to pin this. He wants to say like this, that the bottom line, the house, that is where we live, is really feminine. And when there's chokhmah in the house, then that actually protects and draws in the chitzonius, so that it's possible for a person to be able to understand what's going on in the things that are negative that happens in his life, to realize that it's all coming through this chokhmah, that there is a seichel behind it. But that has to do with building up the female aspect. Ishto shall own ben pelas. That she actually saved her husband for that machlokas. Okay, that she is the one that, if you have to go, I think it's what I wanted to say was that the woman represents the foundation. Everything is built on top of that. The foundation is actually at the bottom. The bottom is the same thing as the outside. So it's like on the most closest possible place to the klipa. That's the place that has to be built up. Because building the house is keeping everything together. This is the concept of the shalom that can be created there. Okay, so that's that one. And so that was Baruch Hashem, a very nice piece of learning there. I'm going to listen to Chaim Kramer, and I know that Chaim really likes the BRESLOV in general, but Chaim just said that yesterday, how he likes it. So now, here's the next thing we're going to do. Let me stop this. I'm still going on here a little bit.